We've got joining in the founder of Thyrocare Tech, Mr. A. Velumani. Thank you so much for taking time out. And we just wanted to understand a view, just a holistic view coming in, because clearly the time that this sector shone was during the COVID time. And of course, it has come off from those levels. For the diagnostics industry, do you think that we will see the pressure only continuing?
The pressure will continue for another 5 years because what COVID peak has done is to be undone. COVID brought in disruption to diagnostics specifically because COVID PCR test emerged as the single largest segment in the entire laboratory revenue. Within a matter of 10 months, it occupied the top list. People felt it would continue. Many players have jumped in. Many hospitals took diagnostics as a core business. And suddenly the COVID vanished. What came in April 2020 vanished in literally June 2021, which means subsequently the spending infrastructure all have gone literally a waste. Too many people have come in, so all of them started doing non-COVID tests. And too many players, too much of investments inside. So the distress is, if industry grows at 10-12%, the number of competitors have grown around 20%. So that's the major reason why today all diagnostic companies are down, unable to get back to pre-COVID levels, even after 2.5, 3 years.
Right. Mr. Velumani, pricing aside, wanted to understand what's going to really happen when it comes to demand, and does it seem that the trends in the non-tier 1 regions could actually see a pickup, while tier 1, of course, is plateauing out?
Yeah, there were challenges in diagnostic industry of a different nature in early 2000. There were no automations available adequately. There were, before year 2000, there were only 2-3 automations in the country. And by another 10 years, it became 500. Another 10 years, it has become literally 5,000. So literally speaking, today, TALU headquarters also have capabilities to do testing, number one. Number two, because city had infrastructure, city had market growth for preventive care testing. But today, almost 100 cities in the country have enough of market. So tier 2, even tier 3 cities are growing, whereas tier 1 have stagnated.
Good morning. This is Vinny joining in the conversation as well. What we also want to understand is in terms of the competition, right? That's especially seen an increase coming in, whether you look at in the northern or west region of India, the competition is quite high. What is the word that you think now is there for newer players coming in, and the possibility in terms of any value-added products, will that be the only green shoot for diagnostic companies?
Yeah, I have been telling, but many of my peers did not agree that nothing exciting is happening in diagnostics for the last 20 years, 15 years. The last excitement was when vitamin D arrived. That was in year 2011. So year 2011 to 2020, vitamin D dominated growth was there. And then COVID came and COVID died. So as of now, there are no new, what you call as productive turnover growing services newly introduced. So that is one challenge, that industry has too many players doing the same thing, nothing new has been done. Also, those days, automations were costly and bigger players had money and they had some kind of comfort to get the business from the rest of the players. Today, because of Chinese machines invasion in India, what was needing 1 crore to buy a thyroid automation, today you need only 10 lakhs to buy a thyroid automation. So is vitamin D, so is any of the hormones. So you have now become a market where 5,000 people are competing with each other. That's number one. Number two, as you said, newer molecules or newer avenues are yet to come. I have a reason to believe genomic testing is supposed to be the next 20 years of market. It was supposed to be there a bit earlier. It has been there for the last 15 years. But again, the problem is the players who do genomic testing are charging so high. The market is not, size is not growing. So I believe what happened in thyroid testing 20 years back, 25 years back, will happen to genomic testing in the next 25 years. And I believe that is going to give prosperity for all organized players.
Right, and also just a word, now if there are so many concerns around one in terms of the next few years for the diagnostic space, do you think there's a possibility that we could see some more consolidation in this industry?
See, there are challenges in consolidation. I will tell you, year 2021 saw three major acquisitions. One was pharmacy acquired Thyrocare at a very high price. LOL acquired our Mumbai-based Suburban Diagnostics, and Metropolis acquired Chennai-based what's known as on Dr. Ganesan's unit. All have suffering, which means too costly PE multiples. Acquiring is going to be very painful. So I don't see any consolidation taking place in the last 2.5 years because all those who tried haven't got success as they wanted. So I don't see consolidation will take place. A will acquire B and C. That is less likely to happen. But it's going to be many players market. It is not going to be, before COVID, it was 5 players market. Today, it's 25 players market.
All right, and just a quick word on the pricing hikes in diagnostics. Do you think that this as a trend will sustain?
Pricing hikes, actually, if you ask me, 25 years, the testing prices in the laboratory has not gone up. Because of intensive competition, everybody was scared of increasing the rates. And even now, after the exit of Thyrocare, I don't think the rates really have gone up, except a minor corrections people must have done. You can't increase the rate when you have growth as a problem. Only when you are growing adequately, you will have courage to improve your revenue realization. So I don't think it truly is happening. All are fighting. See, one thing in business, especially in in any business rather, either you should produce a better quality at the same price, which cannot happen in diagnostics because everything is automated. You can't claim that my automated machine gives a better quality. So you can't produce a better quality. Another way of doing business is for the same quality, a lesser pricing. And that too, it's very difficult to keep on reducing the price. So there is an equilibrium and people are sitting in equilibrium.
All right, thank you for joining in, Mr. Velumani. Appreciate your time. That's an overall view of the diagnostic space.
Thank you.
Testing prices have gone up, but Mr. Velumani categorically saying at the get-go that the next 5 years, the diagnostic sector is going to remain under pressure.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.